Hello friends, welcome to our digital Hadoop training program. Today we'll discuss about three topics. So first one, bucketing. Second one, table sampling. Okay. Third one, complex data types. Okay, data types. Okay. So first we'll discuss about first concept of bucketing. Okay, so why bucketing is required? Okay. So basically, bucketing is similar to partitioning. Okay, so in the previous session, we discussed about static partition and dynamic partition. Okay, so basically, this partitioning and bucketing to improve query performance will use. Okay, so whenever we are trying to retrieve the data, it will give good performance if we use partitioning and bucketing. Okay, but already partitioning is there, so why we have to use again bucketing? Okay, generally most of the organizations, 90% projects, they are using only partitioning concept. Okay, so only 10% projects they are using a bucketing concept. Okay, so why bucketing came into picture means partitioning, we have one small drawback. Okay, so what is that drawback means? For example, okay, so when we create a Hive table, okay, so user Hive warehouse, so under this generally it will create a partition, right? Under this maybe table name, under this table partition. Okay, partition means maybe with the 2021 one directory. Okay, so 2021 related data here. Okay, so same like maybe you can assume 100 partitions created. Okay, so 100 partitions means maybe 2020 also one more partition. So under 2020 year, whatever data generated 2020, so that data available. Okay, so here I have 1980 related partition. Okay, so 1980 I have very less number of records. So less number of records means you can assume only maybe 10 or 20 records. So you can assume last 50 years, each year I have more data, maybe uh, GBs and terabytes. Okay, but 1950 to 2000, 1952, maybe 1990, I have each year very less number of records. Okay, so each year maybe 10 records or 20 records. Okay, so if you have less number of records, okay, separate partition not required. Okay, so that means almost 50 years are related, 50 directories it will create, 50 partitions, but each partition you can assume only 10 or 20 records. Okay, so for less number of records, partitions not required. So whenever your data is large data, you are unable to scan. If it is taking more time, then only partitioning is required. Okay, but here whenever less number of records are there, at the time if you use a partition, there is no use. Okay, so I can club these 50 partitions, right? 1950 to 1990. Okay, so due to that small drawback in partitions, bucketing came into picture. Okay, so here basically bucketing, okay, partitioning always that is a Hive control. Okay, your Hive framework will take care how many number of partitions it has to create based on data. It will be control. But here bucketing always it is a user control. User control means you can decide your data you want to keep in how many buckets. Okay, so maybe you have 1 lakh records. Okay, you have 1 lakh records. Okay, so here table name. Okay, so bucket 1. Okay, maybe here 50k records it will place. Okay, and the remaining 50k maybe another bucket under same table only different bucket. Okay. So while defining a table, while defining a bucketing table, you have to specify your data you want to keep in how many buckets, whether 2 buckets or 3 buckets or 4 buckets. Okay. So here, for example, create table emp. Okay. So generally here we'll write column names, table names. Okay. Maybe department number like this, right? After that, here clustered by. So bucketing you want to apply based on which column. Okay. So that column name. Okay. So into how many buckets your data you want to put into how many buckets. Okay. 3 buckets. 3 buckets. Okay. So that means your entire data it will keep in only 3 buckets. Okay. But partitioning based on your data, it will create n number of partitions. Okay, 2020 one partition, 21 one partition, or if it is a device partition means with the today date one partition, tomorrow date one more, or yesterday date. Okay, like that. Okay, create bucketing table. We have to follow some steps. Okay, so basically backend bucketing concept will be in disable mode. So we have to enable that bucketing concept. Okay, for that we have to execute one hive command. Okay, so set hive dot enforce dot bucketing equals to true. So this is the command you have to execute in hive mode, so that backend it will enable a bucketing concept. Like partitions also we executed one command, right? Similarly here also we have to execute this command. Okay, and second you have to create a table, temp table. Okay, and you have to load data into temp table. Okay, already if your data is there in some table, you no need to create a step 2 and step 3. Okay, and then fourth step, create a bucketing table. And the fifth one, insert data into bucketing table from temp. Okay, so these are the 5 steps we have to follow while creating bucketing. Okay, so now practically we'll see. Okay, so here I have to choose the database, use RR digital, show tables. Okay, so here select a star from employee. Okay, so employee table 47 records. Okay, so this employee table I am considering as temporary table. Okay, so that means no need to create again table. Okay, so second and the third step completed. I have table, inside table already data available. Now I will execute this command. Okay, so set hive dot enforce dot bucketing equals to true. Okay, so now bucketing concept enabled backend. Okay, so now step 4, I have to create a bucketing table. Okay, so I know my temp table contains how many columns? 5 columns. Okay, so bucketing table create table emp underscore bucket, my table name. Okay, so first column, second column, and then third column, and salary, department number clustered by, so based on which column, okay, department number column, so clustered by department number column, and then you want to create how many buckets, okay, into 3 buckets, okay, and then row format delimited fields terminated by, okay. So data separated by, here I am giving a pipe symbol, okay. So bucketing table created, okay. Show tables, so here emp underscore bucket, okay. So now fifth step, insert data into bucketing table from temp table, okay. So here insert into table emp underscore bucket, okay. So data we have to insert into emp underscore bucket table from which table? Select star from employee table. So whatever data is there in employee table, same data you can insert into bucketing table. While inserting, you can put data into 3 buckets. So here backend MapReduce jobs are running. Okay. So now we'll verify. Okay. So select star from emp underscore bucket. Okay. So whatever data available in temp table, now same data available here, okay, but we have to check, right, data available in 3 buckets, backend it is created 3 buckets or not, okay, that we have to verify, okay. So we'll see how many buckets it is created, okay. So Hadoop fs-ls user Hive warehouse under warehouse database name, okay, or digital under that emp underscore bucket. So under db name, table name, emp underscore bucket directory. Okay, so total 3 buckets it is showing, right? Okay, so this is first bucket, this is second bucket, this is third bucket. Okay, so your data available in 3 buckets. Okay, so partitioning means generally date wise or month wise, but here user can decide if you want to put your data into only 2 directories, you can put. If you want to put your data into 3 directories, you can specify into 3 buckets or 5 buckets or 10 buckets, like that. Okay, but here when you execute your table name, all the buckets related data it will populate. But now question is how to retrieve a specific bucket related data. So I have 3 buckets backend, but I want only first bucket related data, or I want a second bucket related data. So how to check that? So for that, here we have one more concept, okay, that is a table sampling. Okay, so table sampling, we have 2 options. Okay, one, based on bucket you can retrieve your data. Okay, second option, percentage wise also you can retrieve your data. Okay, like maybe you want 20% data from all the buckets, or maybe 70% data from all the buckets. Okay, so practically we'll see this table sampling concept. Okay, so now here emp underscore bucket, so table sample of bucket 1 out of 3. I have total 3 buckets, but I am telling here you can retrieve only first bucket related data. See, first bucket related only 16 rows. We have total 47 records. Okay, so now If you want only second bucket related data, then 2 out of 3. Again 15 records. Previously 16 rows, now 15 rows. And then 3 out of 3. 16. So 16 plus 16, 32. 32 plus 15, 47 records. Okay. So whenever you want to retrieve specific bucket related data means then you have to use this table sample concept. Okay. So number of buckets 3 means 3. If number of buckets 10 means you have to specify 10. So out of 10, which bucket related data you want? If it is a fifth bucket related means fifth. If it is third means third. Okay, but a space compulsory we have to give. Okay. So this is about a table sample. So table sample again here we have percentage wise also we can retrieve, right? So now how to retrieve data based on percentage. Okay. So I have data in 3 buckets. Okay. But from all the buckets, I want to retrieve maybe 10% data. Okay. Or maybe from all the buckets, I want to retrieve 100% data. Okay. Then we can use a percentage wise also. See 47 records. Okay. So here, if you want 10%, if you want 50% data from all the buckets, then you can retrieve percentage wise. Or if you want to specific bucket related means bucket 1 out of 3, bucket 2 out of 3, like that we have to specify. Okay, so this is about table sampling. Now we'll discuss about complex data types. Okay, so in Hive we have different data types, right? Integer, varchar, string, boolean, float. Okay, so along with those data types, here we have complex data types. Okay, so complex data types. So first one is array. Okay, second one is map, and third one is struct. Okay, so we have total 3 complex data types: array, map, struct. Okay, so these 3 data types are important. Okay, same time when we have to use array data type, see we know when we have to apply string data type. Okay, and we know when we have to apply integer data type, but array data type when we have to use. Okay, so for example here I have 3 columns. Okay, name, employee number, and then subjects. Okay, so subjects means basically this BSc or BTech people, they will choose a stream, right? CSC or ECE. Okay, stream. Okay, so here stream like computers. Okay, and chemistry. Okay, and physics. Okay, so this is collection of data. Okay, column name is a single column, but it contains multiple values. Okay, so whenever in your data file contains a specific column contains a collection of elements, at the time you have to use array data type. Okay, and now coming to map. So map, whenever you have data in a key comma value pair, key comma value pair, at the time you have to use a map data type. So key comma value pair means, for example, employee number, e-name. Okay, after that I have like this salary, maybe salary 2000 rupees. Okay, and then here bonus, Okay, 200 rupees. That means this is key, this is value. Again, this is key, this is value. So whenever your data file or specific column contains data key value pair format, means then you have to use map data type. Okay, and then a struct data type. Okay, so this struct data type generally whenever address kind of data is there, then people will use a struct data type. Address means here maybe street number, okay, area, then pin code. Okay, so whenever these kind of, like here you have to use multiple data types, right? Integer, string, and again int. Okay, okay, so whenever your data looks like a address kind of, then you have to use a struct data type. Okay, so now practically we'll see how to use all these three data types. Okay, so here I have data files, small data sets, ls, at. So okay, so here I have one small data file. So this is student name, okay, and the student marks, and this is a subjects or stream, okay, and this is a grade. Okay, so now I have to create a table and I have to load data. While creating a table, I have to use array data type for this column. Okay, so now Hive mode. So here I will create table, internal table, create table, table name student underscore array. First column student number. Okay, second column student marks are passed out here. Okay, and the next column name may be subjects, right? Subjects are stream. Okay, so here data type array. Okay, but maths, physics, chemistry, which data type? String data type. Okay, and then grade, ABC grade. Okay, so grade I am giving a string. Okay, so here row format delimited fields terminated by, so between each column data separated by comma, but here maths, physics, chemistry separated by dollar symbol. That means a collection of items. Okay, so collection items terminated by which symbol? Dollar. Okay, so basically this array data type came from Java. Okay, this is there in Java. Okay, so array means a collection of elements or collection of values. Okay, so here collection items terminated by which symbol means a dollar symbol. Okay, and each column separated by which symbol means comma. Okay, so table created. Now I have to load data, right? So load data local in path. So my data is there under this directory. Okay, local, right? So home cloudera data array data file dot txt into table. So this data file you want to load into which table? Student underscore array table. Successfully loaded. Okay, now select from student underscore array. Okay, so successfully loaded data. But now if you give select star from means all the columns, but in the third column name we know subjects. Okay, I want only first position related data. Okay, so here column name subjects, right? Subjects of 0. Okay, here position starts from 0. See, maths, biology, civics. So maths, biology, civics. And even first column also, if you want, means here student name. Okay, student name. And if you want again subjects, third position related means here instead of 0, 2. Okay, so chemistry, commerce. Okay, so like this you can retrieve your data for array data types. Okay, so this is about array. Now we'll see map. Okay, so for this also we need a data file ls cat map data file. Okay, so here also I have small data file. See, this looks like employee number. Okay, this column, this is employee name, but this looks like payments. Okay, so third column looks like a key value, again key value, key value. That means for this column we have to apply map data type. So here create table emp underscore map table name employee number employee name. Okay, so last column name payments. Okay, and which data type? Map data type. So salary, commission, bonus, these three keys and 5,500 100 values. Key value. So keys, all the keys is there in a string. Okay, and the values int. Okay, then row format delimited fields terminated by your data separated by comma. Okay, so here between each key value what is there has a symbol. Okay, so that is called collection items terminated by which symbol has. Okay, but this key value pair, which symbol it is separated? Dollar. For that map is terminated by dollar. Okay, so now table created. We have to load a data file, right? Okay, we have to load a data file. Okay, so table name emp underscore map. Okay, your data file name map data file.txt. Okay, so this data file we are loading into emp underscore map table. Okay, show tables. So emp underscore map table created. Okay, and data loaded or not will cross verify from emp underscore map. Okay, so data loaded. This is key. This is value. Okay, but now how to retrieve a specific key related value. Okay, so third one payments, right? Column name payments. Payments of which key related value you want. I want a salary key related value. See, 5,000, 6,000. If you want only bonus related, here bonus. Okay, so like this we have to retrieve the data. Okay, so this is about map. And the next struct data type. Okay, struct data type. So struct data type data file required ls. Okay, so cat and then struct data file. Okay. Okay, so in this data file, for this column we have to apply array, and for this we have to apply map, and for this we have to apply struct data type. So all three complex data types we have to use now. Okay, so here create table, employee, create table name emp underscore struct, employee number, employee name, array. Now first column name, right? Subjects. For subjects, array data type, and massive physics chemistry characters. So string. Okay, and then payments. For payments, which data type? Map data type. So all the keys characters, and the values, so integers. And then the last one address column, because Bangalore, Karnataka. Okay, so address we have to apply struct. Okay, so first one city, string data type. Second one state, string only. Third one pin code, int. Okay, so now row format, delimited fields terminated by, so each column separated by comma, and the collection items terminated by, so here massive physics chemistry separated by dollar. Okay, so here also between key value pair, each key value pair dollar symbol is there. That means here dollar. Okay, and the map is terminated by hash. Okay, so now I will load data, local in path. So home, Cloudera, data, struct, data file dot txt into table. You want to insert this data into which table? emp underscore struct. Okay, so data successfully loaded. Now we have to cross verify, right? Select a star from emp underscore struct. Okay, so now we know array related data how to retrieve. We know map related data how to retrieve. Now we'll see how to retrieve only struct related data, struct data type related data. Okay, so here, so for example, I want only state related value. Okay, so here address dot state, see state name, and if you want to pin code, here pin code. Okay, so this is about complex data types. Okay, so complex data types and bucketing, table sample, these all are important concepts. Okay, so next session we'll discuss about Hive scripts and parameter passing. Okay.
Thanks for watching this session. Also, please subscribe our channel and share it with your friend circle. Bye friends.